Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
Hello, family. We are back together again for another convening and converging in comfort, compassion, care, safety, and love. This is Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit. Hello, family, my brothers and sisters of the diaspora, my brothers and sisters here in Detroit. It is a pleasure, an honor, and a privilege to come before you today. And today, family, we will be reviewing some material once again for the spiritual understanding of our carnal existence. Oh, yes, oh, yes, oh, yes. And we are blessed as we continue on this worldly test. And so, tonight's theme is Do Blue Lives Matter? Do Blue Lives Matter? We are talking about the cops tonight, family, the police, the members of the peace to keep law and order in our society, neighborhoods, and around the nation. And so, with the question, do blue lives matter? We are going to be checking out the predicament and episode and escapade of a Illinois police officer. And so, when you think of the brotherhood and camaraderie of the officers, the policemen of America, you think of the Blue Brotherhood, the blue line, the line between law and order and anarchy. And this brotherhood is the bonds of protection of people and the constitutional rights those people enjoy. Oh, yes. And so, let us find out what occurs when a police officer does something good for the benefit of the people they are to protect. And then let us find out what occurs from their very own house, from their brother officers. And family, we begin. A U.S. policeman already facing up to 20 years in prison for leaking a video of his fellow officers slapping and swearing at a dying black man has been removed from his force for alleged misconduct. Oh, wow, that's a lot to say to start. So we have a police officer who was removed from duty for sharing a video of misconduct amongst his own fellow officers. Sergeant Javier Esqueda, a 27-year veteran of the Joliet Police Department in the suburbs of Chicago, was ousted for reprehensible conduct thought to be related to his whistleblowing. They all wanted me charged. They all want me gone. And by doing this, it's self-gratification for them, Mr. Esqueda told USA Today. And after everything that's happened, do I really want to be associated with them? Mr. Esqueda said as he was outcast by his coworkers in July 2020 when he shared with reporters a clip of officers berating a black man in distress. Police can be seen slapping the handcuffed Eric Lurie shoving a baton down his throat and restricting his airways before he died of a drug overdose. "Wake up, bitch!" Sergeant Doug May told Mr. Lurie. The Joliet Police Department opened a criminal investigation into Mr. Esqueda after the video was released. Prosecutors charged him with 4 counts of official misconduct, meaning he could be handed a prison sentence of up to 20 years. Members of the Joliet Police Officers Association this month voted 35-1 to expel Mr. Esqueda. Union leaders said his conduct had been reprehensible in a letter last month informing of the upcoming vote, but did not offer details on which of Mr. Esqueda's actions prompted the move. The police force declined to comment. Well, isn't that a surprise, family? Joliet Police Sergeant Patrick Cardwell wrote in the letter that the executive board finds cause that you engage in conduct that is detrimental to the orderly operation of the association, and your conduct is deemed so reprehensible that removal from membership is appropriate. Mr. Esqueda was featured in a USA Today investigation into 300 cases of police officers who, over the last 10 years, have spoken out against the alleged misconduct in their force. Patterns of retaliation across the country were then revealed in a further story published, including how some departments opened investigations or other actions against those who broke the blue code of silence. Mr. Esqueda claims the move to remove him from the force is another form of retaliation from Joliet's police leadership. The force has been under investigation by the Illinois Attorney General's office since the video was released and underwent a department shakeup that saw Chief Don Malik fired. Ms. Malik had scheduled disciplinary hearings for Mr. Esqueda at least twice earlier in the autumn to announce his punishment for leaking the video. I guess that was Mr. Malik, not Ms. Malik. Mr. Malik family. Officers involved in the incident with Mr. Lurie were cleared of any criminal wrongdoing following a multi-agency police task force investigation. Wow. So the officers who, what did they do? Let's be clear. The officers slapped, cursed, shoved a baton down a man's throat, restricted his airways, causing him great distress, at which time, shortly thereafter, he died of a drug overdose. Sounds suspicious and malicious, family. Mr. Esqueda faces accusations that he illegally used his department-issued laptop to view footage of Mr. Lurie's arrest, while his co-workers claim he used the video to avoid disciplinary action in relation to another incident. Mr. Esqueda denies the charges, and no trial date has been set. Well, family. Isn't it quite interesting how the police brotherhood treat their own? The members of the force who are paid by us normal citizens' tax dollars to serve and protect, maintain law and order, and put down anarchy, are retaliating against their own brothers who see malicious, facetious, discriminatory, derogatory, dangerous, brutality actions. Officers who highlight this behavior in their agencies are then targeted for investigation for violating a code of silence. So, family and society, do blue lives matter? For Sergeant Javier Esqueda, when he witnessed wrongdoing and evil in his midst of the noble profession, he spoke out and showed light on the darkness of activity against the citizens. And for that, he faces 20 years in prison. Wow, the culprits of calamity and pain were cleared of wrongdoing by their very own agency. So I submit, is America racist? Do blue lives matter? Are we all the same? Is everyone equal? Well, family, please chime in with your questions, comments, insights, and perspectives so we can continue to mentally marinate within our cranial universes to distinguish the bullshit of Babylon as we carry on and continue on this continent of confusion and captivity. So we submit goodwill for the honorable service of fighting against the demons of destruction for brother Javier Esqueda. We will support the actions of right and might as we continue our ascension into the eternal light. And family, we shall reconvene in love, comfort, care, and compassion so we can continue to review our spiritual existence and this carnal existence. So, do blue lives matter? Well, we shall see. But until we are together again, I love you. I love you. I love you. This is Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.
Revelations.Unveiled.Detroit.